and we saw these calabacitas, and Elaine has a picture. This is what they would look like before I chopped them up.
Maybe you could pass around the green,
Yeah.
green squash.
And so we just chopped some of them up. So we bought some.
Oh, I could show
Oh,
so Priscilla was busy and she is fast. She's faster than I realized I could stop her, but she did chopping. So it looked like that squash, but now it looks like bite-sized.
So we were at the farmer's market. We saw these really cute. I mean, aren't those cute? They're just little. They're like little baby squash. And so we were there, and I said, "Oh, calabacitas. That's what my grandma used to always make." Well, one thing led to another, and so now we get to make calabacitas. And calabacitas are in season this time of year. I didn't realize that. I just know it because my grandma makes it. And so,
which is just an awesome point. So much of our traditional food is put together because that's what's available at that time of year. So right now we're abundant in squashes, tomatoes, onions,
garlic. We got fresh
garlic, corn.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these, especially like tomatoes and corn, is a pretty short season when it's all available. And so this dish is actually using it. It's, from what I know about it, it's sort of what you did when you just had, oh my gosh, we have way too many tomatoes, way too much squash, the corn is going crazy. Let's all throw it in one pot.
I can totally see that being the case. Whenever this was invented, if it was even, structured that way, that's exactly what it was. But it's come to be one of my favorites, and so I called my grandma because because I miss the food now that I'm not at home. She's in Texas. So I called her up and I asked for the recipe. And in typical grandmother form, she's like, well, you just do this and this and this, and you use this, you just taste it until you know it's right. And so I don't have a recipe card for this. I know what it's supposed to taste like, and so I'm going to guesstimate what it looks like. Now that my grandmother's getting older, I want to keep some of these recipes, and so every time she comes to visit me and spends an extended amount of time with me, I have her make something for me and I write it down. And so before she throws in a handful of salt, I measure it. Before she throws in some water with a random glass, I measure that now. And so now I'm starting to accrue recipes of the foods that she makes, and so I get to keep that for myself, which is really fun. So we're making calabacitas today. The first thing I did was chopped up. So here are the onions that made me so joyfully happy when you all came in. And we also have about 2 tomatoes that we cut up. Aren't they pretty? Look at that color. It's so beautiful and bright. And the calabacitas, the squash, mini squash that we cut up. We are cooking some corn pretty quickly just to make it a little bit soft. Sauteing in some olive oil, onions, the tomatoes, and some garlic. So that's what we're going to do now. Any questions?